What's going on, guys? BossOP6 here, back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing NXT. I originally planned doing this last night, but my friend kept calling me, and I'm like, you know what? I'll have to wait and do it tomorrow, but here we are. Expect a AEW Dynamite review tonight, because I'll most likely be watching that. So, well, we just came out, this is the, NXT after War Games, and oh boy, I gotta have a lot of stuff to talk about here. So let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought about this. I did see War Games. Quick thoughts: Women's War Games match had its moments, but it relied way too many on weapons. That one spot Cora Jade did, sweet Christ. And if you know, you know. The ending legit came out of nowhere. It was just kind of a there match. Tag title match was whatever. I ultimately didn't care about it. And Von Wagner turning heel out of nowhere was dumb. Hair versus hair match I didn't care for. Gacy versus Strong could have been on NXT, and it would have had the same results. And the men's War Games match had its moments, but again relied on way too many weapons. So, there was a lot of buzz talking about War Games and all that stuff. So, anyways, we get to the show. We have a recap of what happened Sunday. And then we have Von Wagner versus Kyle O'Reilly in a cage match. Well, O'Reilly attacks him while Wagner's coming down the stage. And, oh, God, this match was not good. We had 3 cage matches in a span of 48 hours, basically. That is insane. This match was not good. I'm sorry. I don't get Von Wagner. He is literally like Mike Awesome, except without the awesome part. So he's just Mike. God bless him. He's trying, but he is not ready for this. If he improves later on, then okay, I would take back some of the harsh stuff I have to say about him. But I have to be fair and say he's not ready. He may be better down the line. Who knows? Maybe he could be worse. But for now, he's not ready. O'Reilly tried everything he could. Knee off the top, but in the end, Wagner hits a low blow and a weird butterfly-like slam. 1, 2, 3. And then he lazily slams the door 3 times in O'Reilly's face, which... Granted, I don't want Riley getting the goddamn concussion, but still, make it all look convincing at least. Hell, when Flair got his when Kurt Hennig turned on Team WCW in 1996, a fall brawl when he slammed the cage door on Ric Flair's head, that looked convincing at least. Anyways, we get footage of Gargano's promo from Sunday talking about maybe he might leave, maybe he might not. Then Joe Gacy and Harlan are backstage, and you know they talked about Gacy talks about what happened on Sunday against his match with Strong, and Parker Bordeaux is going to be making his in-ring debut. Harlan's going to make his debut next week. That's going to be interesting because goddamn, he's tall as hell. He's like what, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". Everybody needs to accept Harlan. Okay. Steiner comes down. He talks about wanting Ciampa. You know, they had a match at Halloween Havoc. Ciampa won, but Ciampa got pinned by Steiner at War Games. They're gonna have a rematch at New Year's Eve in a little bit. Diamond Mine comes down. They talk about how Strong is the champion. Of what, may I ask? It's gonna be Strong versus Steiner next week, cause reasons. Then we have the Creed brothers versus Briggs and Jensen. Imperium show up in JYV on commentary. Remember when Grizzly Young Veterans were a legitimate tag team? Pepperidge Farm members. Why was this a match?
That's a lot of eating.
This shouldn't have went on for as long as it should have. I didn't give 10 shits about this match. Imperium, James Drake takes off the ropes, but yeah, Briggs and Jensen still win after a roll-up. And then Wagner's backstage. Do not let Wagner cut promos. Ever. He is not ready. If you want him to be a bodyguard, fine. If you want him to look imposing, he looks pretty damn imposing. But that's about it. Jeez. And then Robert Stone showed up at the last second before he left. Robert Stone is so unnecessary there. He's so unneeded there. It's just macabre. It's so dumb. Zion Quinn's backstage. He's talking about his match with Santos Escobar. Duke Hudson comes down with a wig, kind of like classic stuff that they did. And when Edge shaved Kurt Angle's head and all the stuff they did way back in the day. Grimes comes down. How about we have no rules, no cheating, no holds barred. We're gonna have it next week because this feud needs to continue for reasons. Oh, God, you could tell I clearly cared about the show. There were some good moments, but overall, I didn't give 10 shits about the show. Duke tries to fight back, but Grims retaliates. Brooks and Jensen are backstage. And then we get Ikemen Jiro. Look, I have nothing against the guy. He's probably a sweet guy. This gimmick is horseshit. This is one of the dumbest gimmicks I've ever heard. It's a jacket gimmick. A jacket. At least when Hiromu Takahashi did the cat gimmick, it at least worked to an extent. Because it wasn't constant. It was dumb, but it was cute at least. This is just dumb. Him and Kushida are there. God damn, this is so retarded. And then JYV is like, what's this all about? They show up. Casey and Caden with concert tickets, they just show up. And then Jiro and Kushida and JYV Brawl, they're probably going to have a match next week for reasons. And then apparently Lash Legend, or was it Cameron Q behind the counter? Who gives 10 shits? This is one of the dumbest segments I've ever seen on a program. Jesus. Anyway, Grayson Waller that is out in the parking lot with Tasha Price, who's been on AEW Dark and I think Dark Elevation, and I don't know what her name's going by, but I know she is Tasha Price. Anyways, Waller's saying, hey, who do you have a date with? Why don't you go on a date with me? Then James Drake shows up. Oh, get a look at that move. Yeah! God, I love did I say James Drake? I meant LA Knight, but goddamn, LA Knight's such a goddamn treasure. I love LA Knight. Every time I see him, I always mark out for him. Anyways, that's not the last time we're going to see Waller either. Loomis versus Hayes. Kind of a grudge match, I guess you could say. Loomis trying to get revenge on Hayes for, hurting his hand. Williams tries to distract, but ultimately ends in a DQ, and Loomis attacks Williams. Then, MSK find their shaman. It's Riddle. And at this point, I'm asking, why is MSK still in NXT? I love them. I love MSK. Them as the Rascals was pretty damn good. This is doing nothing for them. This has devalued them majorly. Why are they doing this? If it has something to do with Izzy, then I'm seriously going to start freaking the fuck out. Nash Carter was right for calling that little twerp out. Anyways, Toxic Attraction backstage, talking about Gigi Dolan and JC Jane's match. The Persia and Indy are backstage saying you need to focus on the tag team and not focus on Loomis so much. They're going to have dissension between Persia and Indy. And then Loomis and Johnny show up. A big happy family. Yeah, they're going to be... Yeah, Indy and Persia are going to be... They're going to be feuding. Anyways, JC Jane, Sweet Christ, and Gigi Dolan took on Yulisa Leon and Valentina Feroz. Wasn't bad. There was some cool spots. There was pretty cool crossbody by Valentina, but ultimately pump kick 1, 2, 3 and Toxic Attraction win. And then Mandy's talking about how they lost at War Games, but we're still the champions. She calls out Cora Jade, Io Shirai, Raquel, Gonzalez, Kaylee Ray. And then Cora Jade comes out. She's in an arm sling. She probably didn't mess her shoulder up. And then Raquel comes down with the chair. Okay, apparently this feud's not going to continue. Apparently this feud's not going to end. We have Tiffany Stratton vignette. She wants to make her daddy happy. It's just daddy's a little rich girl. That's what her gimmick is, apparently. Okay, nothing new. She seems legitimate. I mean, she clearly shows in gymnastics. Anyways, Tony D'Angelo is backstage. He has Pete Dunne's mouthpiece for reasons. Then Andre Chase shows up. We're gonna be having that match next week. Okay. I like Tony D'Angelo. I think he's got some good charisma, personality. And then Jade and Raquel are backstage. Don't let them talk. They're not ready for it, especially Raquel. Seriously, Raquel's stock has just devalued. She's literally the female version of Diesel. Except Diesel can work a little bit. I mean, no, that's not fair. Raquel can't work. She's not interesting. Anyways, Kaylee Ray shows up. She has a bat. She's got plenty of them. Okay, I don't get this gimmick. Zion Quinn versus Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar has Electra Lopez. Yes, please. The camera will start, zooming in on Lopez. I wouldn't, and you wouldn't too. Match was fine. I mean, Zion's got a pretty good look. He does look like an Australian Roman Reigns. That's actually kind of funny. But during the match, Lopez gives Zion some brass knuckles, but Zion wouldn't use them. But in the end, Phantom Driver 1, 2, 3. This feud's going to continue. I mean, it wasn't a bad match. It was actually pretty good. Just the match was kind of there. It felt like there wasn't a lot of substance to it. Dynamite's in a parking lot, and then Carmelo Hayes shows up, and he says, "You talk about Roderick Strong being the top champion. I have the A championship." Then Candice LeRae, and she has her dog with her backstage. Gargano's about to come out. And we have a Bowden vignette. He's taking on somebody. I didn't write their name down because I don't care. And I looked at the time, and it was about 9 before Gargano came out. I'm like, they're going to give this shit a lot of time, or they won't give this any time at all. They gave this about probably 10 minutes, I would say, which was smart. Gargano comes down. He's talking about, Heartbreak just told me that London Has Fallen's going to have to wait, or Chucky, or something like that. He talks about, how he's had great matches, but he felt like he didn't enjoy it. This was some good stuff. I really recommend. This was pretty heartfelt by Gargano. He's been here for, 5-6 years, and he said that he had a tryout match with NXT, and they said that you wouldn't be in NXT. Then he had a dark match with Apollo Crews, and everyone was chanting Johnny Wrestling. And William Regal signed him up. Talks about being a father in February. He's going to be having a son, I'm pretty sure. Which, again, congrats to, Gargano and Candice. Then he mentions his mom, dad, family, and friends. He talks about, Sean. There was a funny photo that I saw where Sean was, behind Candice and having, kind of his arms, wrapped around her. And somebody said, spoiler, Sean is the father, and Gargano said. That was just funny to me. So I forgot I don't know, there was no context to it. That was just what funny is. And then all of a sudden, Grayson Waller shows up. He attacks Gargano with the chair, and just by the way that the camera was framed, you could tell that Gargano was going to get attacked. By the way the crowd was reacting. Chair around the neck, and he throws Gargano to the steps and a powerbomb through the table. We're going to get this feud if Gargano resigns, which maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Who knows? It's Gargano's choice. It's Johnny's life, not ours. Overall, it was okay. Not really anything of substance, but hey, that's an NXT for you. Anyways, let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about this show. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Again, let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the herd. I'll talk to you guys next video. Peace out.